There is one question that people rarely talk about openly, yet deep down, many people want to know the answer. Can seniors still have sex? Some people immediately say no. They believe intimacy is only for younger people. They assume that as people grow older, those needs should simply disappear on their own. But is that really true? Or have we misunderstood something important about aging and the needs of older adults? Let's talk about it honestly, openly, and based on facts. When people discuss seniors and intimacy, many still consider it a taboo subject. Yet the truth is that the need for affection, closeness, and emotional connection does not simply disappear with age. The body changes, hair turns gray, energy decreases. Daily activities may become less active than before, but the human heart remains the same. The desire to be loved, the desire to feel close to a partner, the desire to feel appreciated and valued. None of these automatically disappear when someone reaches their 60s, 70s, or even 80s. Because at the end of the day, people are still people, and emotional needs often remain throughout an entire lifetime. So, can seniors still have sex? The answer is yes. In many cases, seniors can still have sex as long as their health allows it and both partners feel comfortable. In fact, many medical professionals explain that healthy, sexual activity in later life can provide significant benefits for both physical and mental well-being. However, there are several important things to understand. The first is that the body naturally changes with age. This is completely normal. For men, erections may take longer to achieve than they did when they were younger. The body's response may not be as quick. Recovery time after sexual activity is often longer as well. For women, hormonal changes can reduce natural lubrication. This can make intimacy less comfortable unless adjustments are made to accommodate the body's changing needs. But these changes do not mean intimacy must come to an end. They simply mean that intimacy may need to adapt to the body's current condition. And that is a natural part of aging. The second thing to understand is that health plays a very important role. Many seniors live with health conditions such as high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, respiratory conditions, or a history of stroke. In these situations, consulting a healthcare professional is highly recommended, not because intimacy is dangerous, but because every person's health situation is unique. A doctor can help determine what level of activity is safe and appropriate for each individual. The third thing many people forget is that intimacy is not only about physical activity. Many people think sex is only about intercourse. But for many older couples, intimacy takes on a much broader meaning. Holding hands, hugging, sitting together, having meaningful conversations, sleeping beside one another, showing affection and care. All of these are valuable forms of intimacy. And often, emotional closeness becomes even more important than the physical aspect. As people mature, many couples realize that happiness is not only created by passion, it is also created by comfort, trust, companionship, and emotional connection. Another interesting point is the benefits intimacy can provide for seniors. Research has shown that healthy sexual activity may improve overall quality of life. When someone feels loved and connected to their partner, the body releases hormones that help reduce stress. Mood improves. Feelings of loneliness decrease. Relationships become stronger. Some people even experience better sleep because they feel emotionally secure and relaxed. That is why healthy intimacy affects more than just the body. It can positively influence emotional and mental health as well. However, there is one very important principle. Intimacy should never happen because of pressure. Not because someone fears losing their partner. Not because they feel obligated. A healthy relationship must be built on mutual comfort, mutual respect, open communication, and genuine consent. Because the quality of a relationship is far more important than its frequency. Many older couples may no longer be as physically active as they once were, but they often share a deep emotional bond, and that bond can become a tremendous source of happiness. Unfortunately, many myths still exist. Some people believe seniors should no longer have sexual desires. Others think it is embarrassing. Some even believe that wanting intimacy in old age is somehow inappropriate. But the reality is very different. The desire to be loved is not about age. The desire to feel close to a partner is not about age. The need for warmth, companionship, and connection is not about age. These are fundamental human needs, from youth to old age. What changes is simply how people express them. When people are younger, relationships may be driven more by physical passion. As people grow older, relationships often become driven more by emotional closeness, comfort, companionship, shared experiences, and the feeling that someone is still walking beside you through life's journey. And perhaps that is what becomes most valuable of all. Because as the years pass, many things change. The body changes, the environment changes, daily routines change. But having someone who remains by your side is one of life's greatest blessings. So, can seniors still have sex? The answer is yes, as long as health conditions allow it, as long as it is done safely, as long as both partners feel comfortable, and as long as the relationship is built on mutual respect. Because growing older does not mean stopping being human. And growing older does not mean losing the need for love and affection. No matter how old we become, the human heart still wants to feel loved, still wants to feel close, and still wants to matter to someone. Closing. Age may change the body, but age does not erase the human need for warmth, connection, and love. And perhaps that is something we should understand more often when we think about life in old age.